One of the big games of 2018 that we haven't got to yet, it came out just a little while ago, is Hitman 2. This is from IO Interactive. I haven't played quite enough to be able to review it. I've seen a lot because one of the cool things about this game, just like in the last Hitman game that they brought out, which was episodic, you could bounce from episode to episode and mission to mission and replay them any way that you want. So you can actually, you know, subvert the story and get some spoilers and then jump around and see what Agent 47 does as he travels to America or Mumbai or into South America, and he goes out on all these different kinds of missions. One of them takes place on an F1 track, which is incredible. I think that one's in Monaco. And just like in the last game, IO has really pushed a lot of different individuals into the crowd that you have to navigate through and you eavesdrop on, and there's lots of different ways to take out your targets. That's the beauty of Hitman. It's really like, here is your sandbox, your very deadly, dangerous sandbox. You are ruthless and you are a killer, but you're also smart. How do you take out your targets without getting captured or killed? And that's what you got to do. And you can tailor the gameplay so that there is a little bit of a guide. You can bring down the difficulty so you've got, you know, as many saves as you want. So every sort of little progression point that you want to take, you can save right there. So if you do get killed or an alarm goes off, you can just restart right from that point. Or you can turn all of it off and not know exactly where to go, not know, you know, where your target might be. You do have kind of the Hitman Vision if you tap on the right bumper button, which I was playing on the Xbox One, and everything fades away and you can see all of the potential obstacles in the people. They're all highlighted and your targets are all in red, so it's kind of like Assassin's Creed, so you know where you got to go if you got to go and kill them. And you clearly shoot them and then make a run for it, but good luck with that because there's lots of people screaming and jumping and shooting, and you're gonna get killed, and it's gonna make it a very difficult game. Even if you play it on the easiest setting, if you do that, you know the deal. You're not gonna do well. The thing that I think has been amazing with the new efforts that IO has put into these Hitman games is the details out of control. It's so beautiful. Really, really gorgeous, highly textured environments, lots of interactive elements that you can, you know, activate a computer or find some poison and stick it into a drink or something like that. There's just all of these different manipulable little parts all over the place. All the people that you can knock out and then take their outfit and take their costume. Now, all of this stuff has been a part of the Hitman universe since the very beginning, so it doesn't really deviate in tremendous ways from what we know and love, but they've also been adding, you know, little extra missions and targets that only last for a weekend, like specialty targets and stuff. There is this whole online component that sort of tracks your progress and, you know, also knows how far you've done and what missions you can go back and retry. And the cool thing is, and I don't know if this was a Warner Brothers code or not, but it attached, when they sent me the review code, it attached all of the Hitman One Chapters in there as well. So it's just like a carryover. You can play basically Hitman Season 1 or Hitman Season 2. So if you're already in, you've got this game, you've been digging it, you've been enjoying it. And I guess, you know, who I'm talking to is that person that's been sort of on the fence and been sort of confused about what's going on with Hitman, didn't play the Hitman 1 episodic stuff because you didn't want to deal with having to download new bits and pieces of the game. They did release it as a Game of the Year edition, though. And then, of course, all of that confusion with Square Enix relinquishing the rights back to IO, and IO found Warner Brothers to help them distribute their game. But it's all tied together. What I can tell you is that if you want to jump in, you've got a lot of content to jump in with. The mission worlds aren't open worlds, but they're large, and they have a lot of freedom and a lot of different ways to attack the objectives that you got to deal with. So you got sniper shots, you've got shurikens that you can take out people with, you can use the razor wire, you can stab them, you can you know, just strangle them and throw them into a freezer if you want. I mean, you can be as much of a scumbag as you want to be. You also get penalized for taking out characters and players that are NPCs that you aren't supposed to. And it tracks all of that. It's really smart. And so, you know, you're going through a threaded storyline, and of course we know with Hitman, he's not just an asshole. He's out there trying to take out other assholes. You know, he's kind of trying to be a cleaner in the world out there, because most of the people that you have to murder kind of deserve it in a way in the fiction of this game. I'm not saying that that's ever the appropriate response for things, but I did dig jumping into this world again. Like I say though, it's so detailed and so refined. I was able to kind of get past a couple missions, but I've got more to play, and I feel like this is going to be my big Christmas game, Escape. And I'll probably have some follow-up thoughts in the new year, and I know that there's going to be lots of new content there. But from what I've played so far, if you're on board with Hitman, or you just want a very methodical, it's almost like an adventure game, because if you play it like an action-styled experience, it's just going to crucify you. So you need to have patience. It's a lot of stealth. It's a lot of sneaking, wearing costumes and stuff. But I can pretty much guarantee, even from the sampling that I've had so far, that you're going to really enjoy Hitman 2. So no score, but I've got a big smile on my face, and I'm just happy that I had some hands-on time with this game before we roll on into the rocket and ray guns next week.